Shing. Yeah. Sup. Got a Vosteed here. Vosteed. What is it? This is a Psyop 299 A220 Green Norplex Ultex Micarta and titanium bolster S35BN Stonewash blade. Yeah, come on. Sounds like a bunch of stuff that I like. I don't know what Nortex is. Says it's micarta. I don't know. And I didn't even really look at the picture of that knife. Okay. I mean, looks like we're gonna like it. Come on. I don't think I've done a Vosteed in a while. In quite a while, actually. Yeah. Nice little pouch, I guess. We got here just a dry pack. Oh, there's some paperwork and stuff in here. It's really packed in there well. I'm going to need help. Because I think there's a cleaning cloth and some other stuff under there too. Let's get a look. Ooh, is that in there? I mean, what the... Yeah, so cleaning cloth, branded, support, what's this? It's a support card, okay, and a sticker, the raccoon boss, I guess, I don't know, and some other paperwork there, okay. I think I'm gonna put that on top. Because, man, that was a process trying to get that out of there. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put the paperwork on the bottom and put the sticker and stuff. Yeah, how about that? All right, we can put that over there. Let's get this knife out. Okay. Ooh, yeah, so that's the good linen micarta. And I'll be honest, I mean, if they branded it, because that's cool, because it's good stuff. Is this top liner? It is a top liner. Look at that. Wire pocket clip, titanium. I think titanium liners. Nah, they're steel. Steel liners. Actually, I think the backspacer's steel. Steel pocket clip. Steel backspacer, steel liner, titanium bolster. Maybe titanium on that pocket clip, because I'm not picking that up very well with the magnet. Let's see the blade. Ooh, nice action. I guess that makes sense though, because yeah, it is in fact a top liner lock. Yeah, I mean, medium to a large piece. Yeah, buddy. Yep. And yeah, check. Yeah. How's that action? Smooth. Yeah, very snappy. Reverse flick, thumb flick. And yeah, you can use that button actuated top liner, but it's not like a button lock action, because in fact it's a liner lock. You know what I mean? And so there's tension on it, but you can use it. You just got to be a little more intentional with it, I guess. But I want to recheck this with the blade out. That's definitely a steel backspacer, steel liners. I mean, maybe titanium pocket clip. Definitely titanium bolsters. Steel studs. Yeah. Mostly steel, titanium bolsters for sure. Maybe the pocket clip. Yeah, very nice. S35 VN badged here. Satin finish, stonewash. Got the Vosteed on the non-show side, on the clip side. Yeah, very nice micarta. That linen stuff reminds me of like old fatigues, 60s, 70s, early, 60s, 70s fatigues. I think by the 80s, the old fatigues like that have been phased out, and I think camis came in and took over the old OD green. Yeah, very nice linen micarta though. Nice satin stonewash finish on the bolster. But yeah, tall flat grind, swedge on the blade. It's got jimping. Let's talk about the action. I'm probably not going to take it apart because I don't know what these cost, and I'll go find out because I'll get an idea what they're going to sell this for. But yeah, I'm not going to take it apart. I'll leave it together. If you want to see it apart, just ask me. Hey, I'll do another video. We'll do a follow up if I need to get it apart. Like if you want to buy one and you're like, man, but I really want to see it apart. I'll pull it apart. The action is really nice. Very snappy. Drop shut. I mean, yeah, that's smooth, right? Reverse flick is a little stiff, but it'll work. As long as I'm intentional and I get my finger on it right, boop, easy. Lots of tension on this button, I will say. You got to be purposeful to unlock that. Which, honestly, maybe on a knife like that, that's a good thing. Like, you're not going to accidentally bump that and that knife come unlocked. Like, I'm even pushing it, and that knife's not even close to being unlocked, because unlocked is way over there. And that is highly recessed where that button's unlocked now. And so think about it. The button is above the scale there. So, I mean, even if I go all the way to there, the knife is still locked. It's got to go way in there. Yeah, so I guess that's a good feature. Now, it's taking some tension with my thumb to activate that, but the chances of accidentally unlocking this knife, very minimal. Yep, ergonomics, super comfortable in hand. I can get a 4-finger grip. There is a slight choke up opportunity here. They put some jimping on the liners there so that you can choke up a little bit. Nice jimping on the spine. It's not combat stuff. Can definitely push past it. But if I had some heavy slicing to do, yep, could definitely get up on there and do that. I will mention that, they put a fair sharpening choil in here, but if you look, the actual, this final curve on this grind for the blade is right at the end there. So it's not going to be too many sharpenings, and it'll develop a little smile there. I normally don't mention stuff like that, but I did see it, so I'm going to mention it. Why don't I mention that? Well, because if you're sharpening the knife, you're using it, and so that little smile, in my book, is meaningless. Doesn't mean anything. If I see that little smile, yeah, it's meaningless. I normally don't even talk about it, and if I do, it's to say what I'm saying. If I'm using this knife and it's dull and then it needs to be sharpened, and so I sharpen it and I work my way up and now it's starting to develop a smile, it just means I'm using the knife, right? Um, yeah, come on. And if I was to sharpen it all the way up to where the choil is, well, I have really used this knife. You know what I mean? And clearly it's been a good carry and a good user because I keep sharpening it and dulling it and sharpening it. You know what I mean? So that's my logic on all that. Ergonomics, very comfortable in the hand. Like I said, I can get up on this little platform. It's got some slight jimping there. But back here works. It's just really kind of squishing my grip, but this works. I'm confident here. Let's talk about that. Not so confident, confident, very confident. I mean, I'm going to definitely come up short of a confident grip. Not real short, only because the knife is short enough. That's a lot of shorts right there. But the knife is short enough that it tucks into my palm right here. So if I squeeze that hard, I'm tucked into my palm. So if I came forward, the knife is going to push back into this part of my palm. I'm still not going to say it's confident. Like, I'm just shy of that. It's not optimum. Be much better to reverse grip it and cap this with the thumb. Now, this is a confident grip here. My fingers go into this cutout on the wire clip. My other finger grabs that clip. I can cap that. Very confident here. Like, if I had to smash down into something, this is pretty good grip here. Just one step further, I can still cap it on a reverse grip. And for me, I'd rather be here than here. Yeah, pretty nice. Let's check that pocket clip. It feels a little light in the pants. Speaking of pants, shorts. Actually, it's pretty nice. Yeah, less than 1/4 of an inch sticking out of the pocket. Pretty subdued look. I don't know that it's going to grab everybody's eye. If they're looking around the room, it's not eye candy. It's not like, oh, what's that? I don't think it's like that. It's pretty subdued. Definitely will run on the thicker stuff. What are you trying to say, man? And it's a little small for a back pocket carry, I think. Kind of more of a front pocket carry, but it would definitely ride back there, comfortable. I'd probably forget it was there. And it does have good tension. I wasn't sure about the tension, but it's holding well. I like it. What about safety? Can we make any blade contact? None through the scales. The tip is well recessed under this little ridge here. So clip is good, tip's good. I can handle the knife any way I want as long as the blade is closed. Let's check that detent on that top liner. Yeah, it's nice and snappy. There's no throwing that blade out. I'm pretty sure I can tap that hard and that lock's not going to fail. Good solid liner lock. So S35BN from the Vosteed group. Ooh, man. Yeah, man. Crazy wicked sharp. All right, what are we left with? How much is something like this going to run you to put it in your pocket? Okay. Well, listen, I do have give my 2 cents opinion. The steel in this knife, what it's done is made, the titanium bolsters. I'm saying that. I'm going to research this a little bit. I want to make sure that it's not aluminum because they put a lot of steel in here, steel liners, steel backspacer. I don't want to say that's titanium if it's aluminum because I think the price reflects it. So let me check it. Okay, yeah. So I confirmed it. These are titanium bolsters. The knife only weighs about 3 3/4 of an ounce. So it's fairly lightweight, even with the steel liners. And map pricing on this is about $139. So if you bought it from Timber's Edge Knives, to your door, you'd get this for about $125. About. I talk in generalities because I don't want anybody upset going, man, you said 125 and it was 125.97, or you know what I mean? But for about $125, S35BN, stonewash satin, reversible pocket clip, titanium bolsters, and a wonderful top liner action. I mean, about $125, less than $130 to your door. Yeah, pretty solid offering by Vosteed. Yeah, very cool. Hey, if you're interested, you can find this over at timbersedgeknives.com, and I appreciate y'all watching.